Hello, guys. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. If you are new here, hello. If you're a returning viewer, also hello. I hope they all like, comment, and subscribe, hang out, whatever you want to do. Today is a speed build for a house called Large Family Home in the Sims 4 gallery. If you cannot find it that way, it is also underneath the EA Gamer Tag Wicketfred. So if you guys just type that in there, you should be able to find it. If you can't, I also have details down in the description below. Alright, I'm gonna go on to the video. Alrighty guys, so today last night, I found a house online, kind of like its general front shape, and I did get to see the back half as well. I cannot find that on the internet anymore, so I don't know where it went. I don't even remember what I looked up. I tried to look in my search history and I cannot find it. So, with that being said, this general shape was found online. It was not entirely of my own thinking, but the floor layout is mine. Like I tried to do what I could. Is it a good floor layout? Not really. But I did try, and I really wanted to experiment with the roof lines, which is kind of why I picked this house, because it's an interesting roof line. It's not so bad, and so I don't know. I thought like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is yada yada yada. So it was interesting to um, watch it come together. It was definitely a bit bigger than I intended. I probably should have left it just as is. Um, Maybe only doing one back half. Maybe I didn't need that second back half because it was kind of like ridiculously long after that. So I think if I was ever to do this build again, I would probably not do the second back half, but it looked weird kind of having like this bump out um at the back of the house at the top floor without like something on the bottom floor. It kind of looked weird. So that's why this is how it is. I probably could have shrunk even the back part down a little bit. Maybe I could have dropped it by 2, 3 tiles. I probably could have dropped every single room by 2 or 3 tiles. But either way, this was built on a 40 by 30 lot in New Creek, if I believe is correct. So there is that. Um, it I don't know, the house was very open, and the floor plan layout was difficult for me because I sat there and I have no floor plan layout to go off of this. This would be so much easier if I had one. And I kind of wish that I made like that back, the long L shape, into like a sunroom slash indoor pool. Kind of would have been a cool idea. I very deeply regret not making it an indoor pool. But I did make an outdoor pool, which kind of helped fill in the backyard, which I definitely needed. This is a 4 bedroom, if I'm correct, 2 bath house. Maybe it's 3 bath. It's something like that. So it is pretty nice. It's just an expensive house. I think it's over 119,000 simoleons. So the price range is quite hefty. Um, but it is a little bit empty in some areas. Some areas it's like a lot, and then in some other areas it's really, really empty. I'm not sure if I'd play in this house unless I had like a very large sim family, just because it would be so difficult to follow them around. That's in my opinion though. Um, the kitchen was probably one of my favorite parts, as it had a bar, like actual bar stool area, and then an L-shaped kitchen. You guys know I love a good L-shaped kitchen. There's a lot of counter space. I wanted to do upper head cabinets, but my game has been crashing a lot with the upper head cabinets. I don't know how to fix that. I've been reading forums online. I'm a little bit nervous to not have my game work. So I'm thinking either today or tomorrow I'll do that because I have to do it on a day that like my older brother doesn't work. I mean that he does work. So that way I don't accidentally try and fix it while he's playing. So there is that. Um, I did add 2 very long tables together from Eco Living, Eco Lifestyle, and I thought it was such a genius idea. I was like, this is how I can fill in more space because sometimes I think one table is just slightly too skinny, but then sometimes slightly too long. Also, now certain types of desks are crashing my game, so I definitely need to start figuring out. Oh, and book stands are crashing my game. So I definitely need to start figuring out what is happening, just so that way I can fix it as soon as possible. I did do kind of like a skill building room on the lower floor of just like computer painting, logic building. I don't actually have a lot of skill building stuff in this house. I thought I had a lot more, but I really don't. Um, so there is that. Uh, the bedrooms are a little empty in my opinion. Like I felt like I could have added more, but also at the same time, I don't think my computer could run this house well having 8 Sims in here. I mean, 7 Sims in here. I just don't think that my computer could handle it. And I can kind of assume that there is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 Sims in this house just on beds alone. Um, that could fit in here. So there is that. You honestly could fit in 8 Sims if you just made one of the bedrooms a bunk bedroom. I did make a room upstairs, kind of like isolated. I thought maybe like it used to be an old office, and this is kind of where they're putting maybe their old beds, or they had an extra kid, or maybe this is kind of where they keep the guest bedroom. Like this is the guest bedroom. I did also make like a downstairs guest bedroom type thing, um, which I thought was really pretty. Um, so there's that. It's not very like personal or anything, but it's nice. Um, let me think of what else I could talk about. I guess some life updates. Um, I was able to get in contact with my career coach, so we are starting that process. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Um, I definitely have a lot to work on though to get towards my goals, but although it'll be difficult, it won't be. Um, I need to stay focused and I need to stick to my goals and stop worrying about so many personal issues that are going on. This house, oh my gosh, I have made so many seating areas in this house because I have no clue how to fill up and everything. I was like, should I have a music room? Should I what should I do? Like, oh, you know what? I actually do have a lot of skill building. I forgot I made 2 bedrooms a skill building room. I completely forgot about that. I think I made a gym and I think I made a pottery studio. And honestly, the guest bedroom looking place, you easily could have made an ink type thing. Like you could have done that. Anyway, sorry, I'm like yapping. Um, anyway though, I graduate in 49 days. That is crazy. So it's I graduate in 1 month in like 2 or 3 weeks. So there is that. I am very, very excited for that. Um, I've definitely I'm getting kind of tired. Finals, like I have a midterm coming up here in a couple weeks. So there is that because I'm taking a sped up course and it's called like an accelerated 8 week course. So I have a midterm in 2 weeks, and then in 4 or 5 weeks I have no, in also 3 weeks I have another exam. Maybe it's 4 weeks, and then I have my final in 6 weeks. So there is that. And I know like saying 6 weeks sounds so far away, but honestly, like if you think about how fast weeks go, 6 weeks is just around the corner. Um, so I have a lot of prepping to do for that, a lot of studying. It's if you're going into college, you really, especially if you're trying to do a lot of online classes and online accelerated courses, you have to be on top of everything. You need to be on your schoolwork. Don't like I give myself light days. Those are what I call my lazy days. But I don't ever actually stop doing homework. So like my lazy days might consist of studying for an hour if I think that the next week is going to be pretty hectic. Studying for an hour or two for each class. Um, or even just reviewing content. Maybe I want to rewatch some lectures that I didn't quite get. maybe I'm gonna start fully checking the teacher's comments and actually looking, because sometimes I do, if I'm entirely honest, I do kind of scroll past their comments and I'm like, okay, mental note, and then it goes out the window. I try not to do that as often, but it still happens because I'm me. I just make a mental note and then I'm like, um, so there is that. And it's not like it's in a way of, "Oh, my professors just tell me what to do all the time." No, it's not really that. It's more or less of I'm so stressed all the time and I cannot handle all this information at once as I'm learning through multiple 8-week courses, and a 16-week course. Granted, now I only have one 8-week course and a 16-week course, but now my 16-week course is getting really, really heavy, um, which I wasn't expecting. I didn't realize that we were going to have such a big project coming up. And then my 8-week course is a lot heavier than I had originally intended. Usually, if you're in college, you can intend that a 1 credit course, you're not going to have a lot of homework. Like, you are going to need to study for this class, but it's not going to be as much as maybe, say, a 4 or 5 credit week course. Or at least that was my rule of thumb. And mind you, I am in community college, so if you're in a university, I cannot even speak for that. But in my experience, you aren't, your classes aren't as heavy with a 1 credit course compared to a 4 credit course. Granted, a lot of 4 credit courses are like sciences, the math. I noticed that English classes are usually only 2 or 3 credit courses, so that was interesting to see. Um, anyway, so just stuff like that. It's very hectic and it's a lot of work. I mean, you really, really need to stay like on top of your stuff. I spent, I want to say, 4 hours yesterday, maybe even 5, on one assignment because I was so stressed out. Like, I was panicking. I was like, if I don't get this done, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cry. Like, I am gonna have a mental breakdown. So there is that. Also, you guys are probably gonna expect another speed build tomorrow because tomorrow I'm really gonna hunker down because I have therapy Thursday. So you're also probably gonna get a speed build Thursday. Um, because I really need to hunker down and like get my homework done. And at night I have a lot of time to do builds. So there will be that. If you guys see a couple of consecutive days of speed building, that is why. I do like doing like on person building, but if I'm doing it at night, I don't need you guys seeing me in my granny PJs. I literally wear grandma PJs. It's not even funny. I have this matching tropical tree PJ set, and it's like green and it's and like the trees are supposed to be like these neon lights, and they're just it's adorable. Now, my younger sister likes to tell me that it's my granny PJs, and when I put on a robe, it is also my granny PJs. Um, so there is that because I do love my robe. I do, I do, I do. I love my robe. I love a good robe. I love the jacket. I love being warm. It's always just slightly too cold. Always. Just slightly. Or either it's slightly too warm and it bugs me so, so bad. So there is that. Um, also, back to talking about the house. I used a lot of debug. I used a lot of debug pottery. I was thinking since we have the pottery room upstairs, it would make sense that maybe they put the pottery on display um downstairs. And honestly, you could make that front room if you really wanted a small business to be like your house's business area. And just sell your pottery out of there. Maybe not even do classes, just sell pottery. You open it, you sell some pottery, you do pottery upstairs, you click and drag it downstairs. And you got your pottery business. So there's that. Let's see. I think my game crashes again soon. Or maybe it didn't crash. No, maybe it was bugging out. I can't remember. I think I built this at like 2 to 3 in the morning. Like I spent 2.5 hours on this. I want to say anywhere between that because I have two 1-hour clips. And then I have a couple of like smaller clips in here, so there is that. Um, but anyway, oh wait, I can just look over here because I was like, I don't think I have any way of 1 hour. What? Yeah, so like 2.5 hours, which honestly isn't that bad for how big this house is. I mean, this house is massive. Um, and it was allowing me to experiment. The longest part, honestly, one of the longer parts, which was building the house, the roof line, and the floor layout, which usually takes me the longest anyway. Decorating, I usually have like a general idea of what I want. Maybe not always so straightforward, but it is kind of nice. You know what this house is giving though? It's giving carpenter home. I kind of regret not making it blue. I made it white. So there's that white with black accents. I wish I would have done blue or cream. I love good cream. I think cream is gorgeous on houses. And when they get like sun bleached, I think that they turn out really well because all around the house, it's actually really hard to tell when cream is sun bleached throughout the house. And same with blue. If you have a blue sun bleached front of the house, but then you look at the shaded side, no, it's only the side shaded. You can't really tell the difference. Like you know it's sun bleached, but you can't really tell without taking a close look at it. Like if I look at it far away, you cannot tell. But same with cream. Cream, it's such a light color that when it gets sun bleached, it still looks cream. And it's very difficult because when the shadow's on there, it actually makes the other side look super duper dark, and you can't really tell. If you were to put like a white light at night, you'd be able to tell, like no problem. But during the day, not really. So it kind of works out. And that's why I think a lot of new construction houses use the cream color because all of the houses that I live by use cream or flat white. Um, which is a little bit crazy. I wouldn't use flat white on my house only for the fact, unless it already came like that, only for the fact that it stains really easy. And if you have moss that grows on your house, um, pollen, because pollen floats on your house, you'll be able to tell it a lot faster. I mean, even with cream, you're able to. That's kind of one of the perks about having a blue house is you're like able to get away with the moss and the pollen just a little bit longer. Well, I shouldn't say pollen because the pollen's yellow, but you are able to get rid of. I mean, you're able to get rid of the moss. Like you can kind of get away with the moss a little bit longer, but pollen kind of not. Um, Same with brick though. Like you're able to not really like, see the pollen as much. You are able to see like the moss, but it's not bad. Like it doesn't look bad on bricks compared to paneling or the plastic siding. Like it's not bad like that. Um, so there's that. I'm sorry. I know I keep like fluctuating my voice, talking louder, talking quieter. I talk really loud and I get all confident, and then I'm like, wait, don't talk like that. So I don't know. I sometimes I still do get camera shy. I've definitely gotten more comfortable talking to the camera though. I feel a lot more confident in what I'm saying, especially um since I mean I have so many positive interactions with you guys, which I've been desperately needing lately. So thank you all so much for that. Like genuinely, I've been needing positive like talking and just hanging out, talking to you guys in the comments. Like it really does mean the entire world to me. Um, but I don't know. I'm more confident now than I was when I first started, which was kind of the point of starting this. When I first started this channel, my goal was to one, get more comfortable speaking because I had a presentation, like a massive project due, and I needed to talk to my camera. The thing is, I want to talk to it in kind of a casual slash professional manner. And then I was like, I should do YouTube. Plus, at the time, I thought I was going to be going into architecture. So I was like, if I make sim builds, I'll be able to understand floor plan layouts a little bit better since I can't run those heavy um house building stuff. For some reason, my mind's blanking, but I cannot run heavy equipment like that on my laptop. So I was like, this is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So there is that. Sorry, there's so much I could talk about. Um, excuse me. Excuse me again. Anyway, But that's kind of like the whole reason I started this. It also allowed me to play The Sims without feeling guilty about spending my time on video games. And honestly, it has helped my mental health so much. Being able to just play a game and be like, well, it's for YouTube. It's not for me. Like, lie to yourself a little bit. Obviously, I still get a lot of satisfaction from this game. If I didn't, I would have stopped making videos. And honestly, I did not used to be a builder in this game. My gameplay was gameplay. Um, but now I like really love building. Like building is one of my favorite parts of the game. I love seeing a house come together, and I love just seeing it. I don't get to play with all my builds, which makes me sad. But sometimes if I'm looking for a house, I download my builds. And I'm getting so proud with my builds. Like this build, although I did get like inspiration online off of a picture, I still feel like I did a really good job. The floor plan layout have been better. Yes, could I have made different decisions? Yes. But I think it functions as a nice house. Because I could see me running a business out of the front of the house. If you oh so desired. And you really could get away with a lot. Um, but anyway, sorry, I keep on yapping and I'm taking up all of your guys' time. So I am going to hop onto the outro. Again, I just want to thank you all so much for making it even this far. Hello, guys. Thank you all so much for making it to the end. If you are new here, hello. If you're a returning viewer, also hello. Hope they will like, comment, subscribe, hang out, whatever you want to do. I really do appreciate your guys' constant support and just being here with me. I really have needed it a lot lately. Um, so thank you all so much. Um, this house was built on a 40 by 30 lot. Um, and it's called Large Family Home with the EA Gamer Tag Wicketfred. So if you guys want to check that out, details are down in the description below. Um, anyway, I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.